Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Boston again here with Writing with Agents. Today I'm going to be taking you guys on a tour of Little Elm. This is a Dallas northern suburb. It's a suburb that basically borders both the Colony, Frisco, and then of course Lake Lewisville. It's been around for a long time. Definitely a lot older than I would say like the Frisco development that's been going on. But I would say it's about the same age as like the Colony. Of course, they have their own school system. So Little Elm Independent School District is what all of these high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools are under. And it's been rated as a pretty good school district to go for your kids to go to. Of course, very similar to a lot of these northern Dallas suburbs. They're all rated really well. I mean, especially like the student to teacher ratios are really, really low. Anywhere between like 10 to 15 students per teacher. When if you go to like a bigger school, usually you get those class sizes a little bit bigger, which causes not as much attention to individual students, which some students may need. But yeah, so Little Elm is a fantastic place to live, especially if you're moving from somewhere with like, let's say like water, or if you're moving from one of the coasts, because basically the whole western border of the Colony, not of the Colony, of Little Elm, is all of Lake Lewisville. So you have a very direct access to Lake Lewisville, and it allows you to easily get that by the water vibe again. As you see, we have a nice water tower up here, and you can kind of see that they base a lot of their stuff off of the fact that it's right next to the lake. I'm gonna go ahead and pull into this neighborhood here, just kind of show you guys what the neighborhoods look like. They're all pretty similar in a sense. We do have a cool little park up here with the pool. You'll see this in most neighborhoods, especially in Frisco, Little Elm, the Colony. You'll see these designated parks and pools. So if it's during the summer and the weather's nice, you're able to all go to a group pool, which is great for socialization, whether you're trying to let your kids meet other kids within the neighborhood, or if you're trying to meet other adults in the neighborhood as well. We passed by the home of a police officer back there, and that's cool. That's kind of a good thing to note, is that the police presence here is just as present as the Colony or Frisco, Allen and McKinney as well. You don't have a ton of crime. It's a pretty quiet neighborhood, very safe. This is a great view of this water tower right here. As you see by the homes, I believe the median income is slightly lower than like Frisco and Plano's at like $95,000. But the median like pay, or the median cost of a home, it relates to that as well, being a slightly lower amount, even though you're right next to the water. I think the location here is one of the best. You get a very quiet neighborhood, but it's so close to the water. And you're also very close to, like, let's say like the Star in Frisco. You're very close to the shops at Legacy in Plano. And then also, with being here in Little Elm, there's really cool amenities that come with living right next to the lake. Like the Cove is one thing that you always see people go to, especially during the summer. They call it like Party Cove because that's kind of what it is. It's a place to go to, whether you're renting a boat, which they do allow that at the marina, or have your own. You'll just see a bunch of boats lined up, everyone hanging out, having a good time. And in the middle of Texas, you don't usually think that you could do that or have that amenity. But here in this area, you do. that's another thing you'll see in a lot of these northern Dallas suburbs, that they try to bring in a ton of ponds, whether it's in each neighborhood or around the neighborhoods. Myself, I love to fish for fun, and without having to drive a very far, to like a very far lake or ocean, of course. If I'm just wanting to go have some fun and burn some time, I'll just go walk over or take a short drive to one of these ponds, and they're always stocked with fish. I don't know if the city does it or if they just happen to accumulate over a long period of time. But I mean, I've never had a bad time fishing in the sense of not really catching anything. Of course, the fish won't be huge by any means, but they're definitely not like little minnows. So you'll see as we get deeper here into Little Elm is where these little facets, I don't know what exactly they're called, but almost like creeks and things that come off of the big lake. And there'll be a ton of bridges, and we'll even pass over the bridge, I believe, on this route. And you'll see a ton of that lake. I'm going to try to make one more pit stop into one of the neighborhoods just to show you a little bit different neighborhood and kind of show you how they look. And then we should be able to make our way over it. Yeah, so you'll see over here, and I'll show you guys up here on the left. You see a part of that lake. We got a bunch of water over here as well. This is called Peach Creek. It's a nice little creek. You'll see a ton of these. The closer we get to Lake Lewisville, I mean, you'll start seeing a bunch of these creeks pop up, whether you're just wanting to go explore or, take your kids on a little walk or hike and kind of show them a little bit more of nature that you don't normally see. And then, of course, over here we have the Little Elm High School Stadium. And that's where a lot of the Little Elm high school games are played. I personally have played in a few of these. Of course, we played Little Elm a lot when I was in high school about, 7 years ago. So it's a cool stadium. I mean, all the stadiums here are really nice, especially like the ones in Allen and some of the high schools in Frisco. They have some stadiums that are absolutely absurd. You never think it would be like a high school stadium. Seeing a little bit more of that water as well. I mean, if you're someone that likes to fish or likes to be around the water in general, yeah, it's not like the ocean side where you can't really see anything else, but you still get a lot of that water. And then even over in Lake Lewisville, it's pretty large. I mean, there's points in it where you won't really be able to see the other side no matter how clear it is. I really love this area. This is almost like downtown Little Elm. This is where that Party Cove area is. And I mean, it's really cool to drive through or even just hang out at. Of course, we have some apartment complexes over here. That's another thing that this area really offers, is there's a lot of housing in apartment or condos, around the lake. They definitely did a great job of using the lake to give a lot of these homes or housing options a ton of cool features. And whether it's a walking distance or like pretty much a lakefront home, there's a ton of those to offer around here. And then once again, if you guys are looking to see what homes are on the market in this area, make sure to connect with a realtor through writing with agents, whether it's through this specific one or any of the ones around here. We will make sure to show you exactly what's on the market and make sure to get you what you need. Yeah, so we're definitely coming in. Here's a little dog park on our left. This is a fun place to be. Usually before we would go over to Party Cove, we'd usually come over here and eat some of these restaurants, hang out for a little bit, or we'd even come back afterwards. Here we have on the right, we have the sports complex as well. It's usually where like a lot of baseball or soccer tournaments are held. So we're about to go over the bridge up here in a second. Kind of give you guys a good view of this. So you know, this is where the marina would be. This is where it's a great place whether you own a pair of jet skis or if you own a boat. You're able to dock it up right here and then come out and take it out. I mean, look at this view. Hopefully I'm able to show you guys all of it on the sides. It's such a beautiful lake. We have a few of these in this area, and then of course there's a ton in other major metros as well. But I just love having one of these, you know, super close to me. And living here, I mean, is phenomenal. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop into another one of these neighborhoods here and just kind of show you guys around real quick and show you guys what you get on a, you know, like a lakefront neighborhood. You'll see a few of these on the sides. I'll make sure to show you guys some of these smaller lakefront homes. Here's the Walker Middle School. Beautiful Little Elm Middle School. I mean, you'll see a ton of these. All of the middle schools and stuff around here are beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and go in here. This is one of those lakefront kind of secluded neighborhoods I was talking about, and I'll kind of show you guys. There's definitely a little bit larger lots here. Really nice homes as well. And these are one of the, I mean, you'll see like there's a bunch of creeks and stuff that run through here, and I think that's really cool to have with one of these homes. I mean, it's a phenomenal little creek on the right there. I mean, if you allow your kids to want to explore a little bit without having to leave too far from home, especially if you're going with them, I mean, if you're having a creek in your backyard that leads into the lake, you can't really ask for a better situation for that. You don't have to drive too far or drive really at all. I'll show you guys these. I mean, such beautiful homes too. I mean, I've always loved the front facing driveways. I don't know why, just, you know, you don't need any alleyways. It always leads to like a beautiful looking home, you know, beautiful lots. And I mean, the lake is right in front of us, so it's a very short drive. We actually have the lake right here. I'll actually try to show you guys. So these people up here have the luxury of having the lake literally in their backyard, and I'll show you guys right here. I'll slow down a little bit for you guys. I mean, just right up here, seeing this lake is so beautiful. Yeah, people on a boat out here, or a dock. But yeah, once again, if you guys are looking for something like this, our partnered agents within this area, especially the Little Elm or the Lewisville areas, they know exactly what you're looking for. If you're trying to move over to this area, it's most likely that you're looking for something close to the water or close to a creek, and that's exactly what they will help you with. And of course, you could talk to them, find out exactly what you want. They'll list out the homes in the area, the prices, and kind of how how it all relates, and we'd love to help you out with that. Just make sure to hit that connect with the realtor button. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tour, and we'll talk to you guys later.